This is KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. I'm Tanya Box. Two Southwest Missouri investigators spent the last 2 years working on a case that happened 35 years ago. This week, 3 men were arrested in connection with the 1989 crime. Chris Holland and Leslie Albrecht helped solve the death of Douglas County's Kelly Ann Workman. KOAM's Fernanda Silva has the story.
I kept feeling like Kelly was reaching out to me. It was just amazing. Whenever I passed her graveside, I would look over and think, send me a signal. Give me something, Kelly. I'm trying. Help me, Kelly. I used to say that out loud, and we did it.
Leslie Albrecht is referring to is herself and Chris Holland, two cold case investigators who helped solve a 35-year-old case. In 1989, Kelly Workman disappeared while mowing the grounds of a cemetery in Dogwood, Missouri, when she was 25 years old. The body was later found in Christian County. Holland and Albrecht started investigating the case 2 years ago when both worked at the Department of Health and Senior Services. There, they focused on criminal allegations where victims are elderly or dependent adults.
Kelly was not a dependent adult, but Kelly portrayed symptoms in her life of a person that possibly could have had high-functioning autism.
Once they got involved, the investigators started putting the pieces together. She describes it as blood, sweat, and tears for 2 years.
I can't tell you how hard it is to do a cold case from over 30 years. Every time you turn around, you're like, oh, I want to talk to this person. They're dead. Just when you start to get so overwhelmed, something would break, something would happen.
When do you know, okay, we solved this case?
When we really knew, obviously, was when an eyewitness came forward.
There was a person that came forward after almost 30 years of holding this inside, that came forward and finally told us the last piece we needed to slide it all together.
Bobby Lee Banks, Leonard Banks, and Willie Belt face charges of first-degree murder, kidnapping, and forcible rape. Roden Turner, the sheriff back then, hopes the arrests will offer the family comfort.
At least they're going to get what's coming to them, hopefully, and the family is going to have some relief and some closure.
A closure the investigator doesn't believe is happening.
When you lose something so horrendous and you never have closure, you will always have a void.
Fernanda Silva, KOAM News.
Leslie Albrecht could not share details about the investigation because she did not want to hurt the integrity of the case. She says they've been energized by this work and want to keep investigating local cold cases.